Good afternoon. Y'all are going to have to let me know if the... Yep, I'm turning off the echo right now. Y'all are going to have to let me know if the music is too loud. Oh, shit. There goes my barb chain. Oh, fuck it. Dang it. I swore in the first 15 seconds of the live stream. Now it's not going to be promoted on YouTube, but it is what it is. I've been screwing my sound settings, so yeah, please do let me know if the music is too loud. It should go softer when I talk, but welcome Thunder, Mr. Weedy, Iceman, Peyton, Mad Maniac, Clap, Stone Cold Beeve, Stone Cold, I like Beaver, Stone Cold Beeve, Car, and Master, good to see y'all. Welcome to Nightbot. Oh, hope everyone is having a good day. Yesterday was my anniversary, so I was offline for a significant amount of fighting. The enemy, as you can see from this great territory here, they built a shit ton of territory next to this Hyron and made a valiant play to try and get it. Captain Stinkfist, Mad Mania, Snow Goose, special call out to Snow Goose, who didn't sleep for like 40 hours straight. And the rest of the crew here, Echo, Coco Boy, Sir Wolfie, I mean, everyone did a phenomenal job yesterday with limited teleport spots near the Hyron to capture it, hold it for 4 hours, and then proceeded to burn out the rest of the enemy territory here. But yesterday, to give you some understanding, yesterday at 7:30, 8 o'clock a.m. my time, when I logged off to spend the rest of the day and a lot of the evening with the wife, I was in second place in kill event. I finished in 6th place. So y'all, I mean, my hat's off to 1029 and our allies in 1443, 3122, and 3130. Y'all did phenomenal. I logged in a couple of times, saw this flag on fire. You repaired it. You had an insanely huge ball of players in this area here. You crushed it, guys. You crushed it. 1029 is still undefeated in Zone 5 since I have been here. And I was here before Mad Mania, so still undefeated in Zone 5. That sometimes bites us in the ass. Our very aggressive play style sometimes bites us in the ass as well. Looking at the enemy or our allies' zone, it appears that they are losing this zone. This zone has been a battle of uptimes. Our allies at Fire have done quite well when the enemy has been in their downtime, but then when the enemy is in their uptime and Fire is in their downtime, it has been quite poor. So the first day there was a lot of open field fighting going on. The second and third days in this zone, it was more so rally garrison. So we'll take a look at the stats here shortly. I know everybody's anxious to see that. I want to catch you up though. How are you guys doing? Yeah, they did destroy one of our flags. So this KvK, we had one flag lost. Last KvK, we had one flag lost. The KvK before, we had one flag lost. So it's been fun. It's been fun. I mean, I saw everyone fighting at this Hyron yesterday in the morning. Shortly after I logged off, and I looked at the phone and I'm like, oh, damn. I looked at the phone. I looked at my wife. I looked at the phone and I'm like, nope. Sorry, guys, but spending some time with my wife is a bit more important to me today. So it is what it is. So I'm just hanging out off territory here, farming a couple of resource nodes. Just kind of seeing what happens. No, yeah. No, you're cool. You're cool, Dave. Alright, while we're staring at this screen, let me just bring up in the background KvK dashboard. And we're using Fleisch again, this KvK, for the dashboard, pulling data from 8 kingdoms in the fire and the earth camp. It's a bit more expensive than buying a scanning program myself, but I really have no desire to make accounts and level accounts up in each of these 8 kingdoms and then run the stats myself on each of these 8 kingdoms and reinstall BlueStacks. Most of the scanning software requires you use BlueStacks to do the scanning. So yeah, it's well worth it just from a time standpoint. So let's kind of get into these stats now. Pre-agreed upon before KvK started, right? A dead counts as 5 points. A T5 kill counts as 2. A T1 kill counts as 1. Helps, nothing. RSS, nothing. But yeah, I mean, the 2 days that Fire had with just basically not a lot of field fighting, just attacking flags, just attacking and garrisoning, they're way up on deads. Way up on deads. That's a lot of deads. In watching some of the rallies, I couldn't understand what was going on. But I didn't sit here and watch Fire Camp, right? I mean, I'm focused on Earth Camp and what we're doing. So right now, Fire's leading us in DKP by 1.2 billion kill points. Although they lost their zone, we won our zone. Neither here nor there, though. The Zone 5 does not win KvK. You know, we will still be talking to them to ensure that they can potentially have access to Hyrons and sanctuaries that they are missing up in the Sakaka zone. Looks like they're starting to build this way already. You know, to ensure that once we do get into Kingsland, we have allies there that are going to fight with us for the ultimate victory, right? That's the smart play. You know, we definitely don't care about honor rankings ourselves. So, you know, capturing sanctuaries and Hyrons that are just gonna, I mean, you have 2 sanctuaries, it doesn't give you any increase to the base stats. So, in scrolling through this, looking at it by kingdom, DKP, it looks like 2516 because they have some insane deads at 114 million. They're the highest in DKP currently, 3111 second, 1156, and 1776, and bringing up the rear in Fire Camp. Earth Camp, 1029, 12.5 billion kill points. That's more than any other kingdom in this KvK. Followed by 3130, 3122, and 1443 in our camp. Deads, I always say this, right? I always say this. Sending rally after rally after rally at a flag is going to ultimately give you more deads than if you just swarm the flag in the first place. And I think this is proof. You know, when I was watching Fire Camp, they were sending rally after rally after rally at flags. When the rally got low, they'd break the rally. You know, whereas our camp, specifically 1029, highly aggressive play style, we're just swarm the fucking flag. Now, there were some flags that had 9 million reserve troops, and yeah, we're not going to swarm those straight away. But, you know, this is proof, right? You send rally after rally at a flag, you're going to get more deads than if you just organize a really good rally, keep it full, and swarm that flag when you need to. Just my, you know, no disrespect intended to any kingdom here by any means, but this is kind of the tale of the tape. Again, these are kingdom stats here. Let's scroll down. Let's look at some individual stats from both camps. We got 1029 Coco Boy in second for DKP, Sir Wolfie in third, myself in fourth, Echo in fifth. That's freaking crazy, guys. Crazy. 4 out of the top 5 are in 1029. This goes to show what great people we have here. Gax, who is free to play, he's in 9th. Dark Yami, he's spending this KvK, but he's typically free to play, 12th. Shadow Moon in 14th. John Paul Jones in 16th. Ani's in 21st. Doesn't speak a lick of English. Japanese. There's Hercules and Harlequin, players who are brand new to this kingdom. I see Mayhem in here. There's our friend Nugget in 33rd. Right, so let's just look at our camp. Our camp alone, in the top 20, we have all but 2 spots. If I'm seeing this correctly. So, yeah, man. 1029, hell yeah. I'm looking for you, Dracul. And Snow Goose, you know what? He might be 36th in our camp for DKP, but the man was online constantly. Constantly. You guys know Snow Goose from the chat here, right? He's always in here. I hope to God he's sleeping right now. Always in here. Insane Joker, you know from our chat. Tupac, you know from the chat. Dave, Master, right here. Trying to find you, Dracul. Did I pass you? I put a link to this in our Discord too if you want to go look yourself, Dracul. Doris constantly garrisoning flags, helping out other kingdoms, garrisoning their flags for them as well. Dracul, you're in 63rd in Earth Camp with 86 million kill points. 86 million kill points. 664,000 deads. Yeah, I mean it's been fun. It's been fun so far. I think been very different battles on each side of the map, like I was saying. You know, I'm not. Please don't read into my words, though, right? Just very different battles. Fire had a significant downtime. Their enemies had a significant downtime, so it was back and forth there for days. Earth Camp, I don't think we really had a downtime. We had a less active period, but not any downtime per se, where the enemies pushed us really hard. Let's see if they attacked me yet. Since I am off territory. They did rally my city once. Nobody joined the rally, and the rally was canceled before it launched, but I'm on top of Dracul. Oh, boy, clap. I don't know. Let's not go there. Let's not go there. So yeah, I mean we got markers up, right, for the next zones, for the next fighting. I think it's pretty much done until then. The vast majority of Wind Camp, who we were fighting against, that I scouted, I mean, there were folks that were completely out of food, completely out of gold. I don't know how much they might have in their bag, but most of the people in Wind Camp that I'm scouting are very low on resources. And when I say very low, right, I'm talking 500 million or less. But Pass 5 will open on Friday. Okay, no big deal, just building in this zone. Pass 6 will open, what, August 25th? Our first Dark Altar will then be August 27th. Pass 7 then opens on September 4th. And 3 days later, September 7th, which I believe is a Saturday, is when Kingsland opens. So yeah, we've got, Captain is working with the team on territory management on what we're going to do in the next zone, and hats off to Captain and Mad Mania for, running the show, running the war, doing the territory, doing all the diplomacy. So I could just sit back and have fun and celebrate a anniversary with my wife. Someone must have tampered with the stats. He's definitely first place. A lot of these flags were not built with crystal nodes in mind. They were built with let's get the enemy out of this zone in mind. So there's some rearranging of flags that we need to do in this zone. We have 2 Alliance forts ourselves yet, but all our territory's connected, so one of those is going to have to be destroyed so we can build it elsewhere at a later time. We need to start talking about maybe the farm alliances that have forts here. Maybe dropping forts to block a pass here, or I don't know the plans, guys. I'm not. Captain will show me a map and I'll give him my input. I'm not a territory guy. You all know this. But looks like Wind Camp is doing some building in this zone. One alliance is anyway. But yeah. Already there was a guy in our kingdom that was trying to trade kills. I asked Kingdom leadership about it, or camp leadership about it, and they said, well, that guy's in exile anyway, so we really can't control him. This is that 200 million power player that we dropped 4 imprisons on at the start of Zone 5. And I did send him an apology. I said, sorry for the multiple imprisons at the start of the zone. It's not personal, it's just strategy. No reply yet, so apparently he's not happy with us. I understand why. I get it. You take their biggest, baddest player in that camp and you delay their entry into Zone 5 for 40 minutes. It's going to rub some people the wrong way. I wasn't too worried about getting imprisoned myself. Even if they did imprison me, we still got a significant number of players that could random teleport into that zone. They'd literally have to imprison 12 of us all at the same time to keep all our, what I would consider power players, out of random teleporting. So, thank you, Car. Went to Texas Roadhouse for the first time last night. Got a nice big, I think it was 21-ounce T-bone steak. Of course, they bring your dinner rolls and a nice cinnamon honey butter to spread on the warm dinner rolls as soon as you sit down. For appetizers, we had rattlesnake bites, potato skins. It was a sampler platter. Rattlesnake bites, potato skins, and deep fried pickles. My wife also got the T-bone steak. She finished half of it, but she got a salad, and steak fries with her steak. I got steak fries and vegetables with mine. But yeah, it was a very good dinner, very good dinner. And I got nothing but nice things to say about Texas Roadhouse. We got in, they sat us down right away. I had no reservation. Got in, they sat us down right away. We had dinner rolls on our table right away. The waiter was over within 30 seconds getting our drink order. I put an appetizer order in right then and there. I mean, the service there was phenomenal. That guy got a very good tip from me. I think the bill was $100. I tipped him $25. He came back and he's like, "Oh, thank you so much for the generous tip." And I'm like, "Dude, the service was great. The food was great. It's well deserved." I understand that waiters and waitresses sometimes have to tip out hostesses and bartenders and, the like as well. So, somebody does a good job. They deserve to be recognized for it. Yeah, they don't have a blooming onion there. They have a cactus something or other, but it's the same thing as the Outback blooming onion. I've had the Outback blooming onion before, and it's really, really good. I really wanted rattlesnake bites because they're like jalapenos and cream cheese. It's like a jalapeno popper inside of a nugget type deal. I really wanted jalapeno bites. My wife wanted potato skins, and then, deep fried pickles. Come on. There's no substitute there. I was seriously thinking about getting their bloomin' onion. I forget what Texas Roadhouse calls it as well. I'm glad I didn't, because, yeah. I will. If you go to Texas Roadhouse, just don't fill up on the dinner rolls. Seriously. Don't fill up on dinner rolls, trust me. I think I'm still digesting, but we took home the T-bone from my T-bone steak and what my wife had left over, and the dog has been in heaven for the last 24 hours. Well, not 24 hours. We're talking, I don't know, since we got home last night. 16 hours, 18 hours or so. Cactus blossom, that's possible. That's possible, something like that. Yeah, and let's be honest here. Onions give my wife gas, so I did not want to ride home in a vehicle with her ripping farts the entire way home. And yes, I'm saying that quietly because she's sitting in the next room. What you do is fill up on the rolls, then eat your food. It's not the same the next day, though. The half of the T-bone that she didn't finish, I cut it up this morning, and I made scrambled steak and eggs, scrambled eggs, and I threw the bits of steak in there. Put those on a sandwich with some cheddar cheese. I had pepper jack cheese on my sandwich. After 28 years of marriage, guys, she doesn't hold farts in anymore. And I'm okay with that because I don't either. But you know what? In a closed vehicle, 30-minute drive through road construction, that's the last thing I wanted. So, are you guys aware of any KvKs going on that we can go watch? If so, we'd be happy to go there. Prepare the funeral. What's up, Sukuna? I got messages in game chat. I saw Lost Kingdom chat where people, Lambo's offline now, everybody push, or it's so peaceful when Lambo's not here, and I don't know what they're talking about, right? I only got there were others in KvK from 1029 that did a hell of a lot more than I did. Maybe I'm the most prolific one or whatever, but 100% death, does it count towards DKP? I don't. Every dead is 5 DKP points. Every T5 kill is 1. Excuse me, every T5 kill is 2. Every T4 kill is 1. T1, T2, T3, those are not in consideration. So if you missed the live stream the other day, right, we did find the best anti-cheeseburger march in the game. This is it right here. I was actually running archer towers. You know, we would post an archer tower up if the territory bordered, right? I would post an archer tower up, position all my troops in front of it, and they'd have cities all along here. And when our players were running in and out of the cities and they were jumping out to Cheeseburger, my archer tower would just pick them a fucking apart. And my trades were fairly positive, even though it's only a 5-5-1 or 5 Margaret and a 5-5-1-4 Gonzalo. You know, but they stopped coming out of their cities to Cheeseburger. Eventually. Clapp did the same with his T1 sieges. You know, I don't have any equipment on Margaret, so I had to throw Trajan equipment on Margaret. Right, which should work, right? I mean, troop defense, it's not troop type specific. Troop defense, or I'm sorry, I'm reading the garb on the bottom. So we got troop attack. I mean, this isn't troop type specific, so that should work just fine. So if your archer march is out and you have war frenzy on, it will auto target enemy marches that are popping out of the city. You don't have to click on them every time. You know, with the archer commander being recently announced as garrison, and it looking, you know, I mean, Dito looked really good. Amanatori looked good. My fear with archer garrison commanders, though, is they'll be meta just until cavalry comes out again. So, but I mean, honestly, in our KvK, I didn't see anyone running archer towers when there was actual fighting going on. The only time I saw archer towers are when Clapp and I dropped some archer towers to hit those Cheeseburger marches. But yeah, I mean, if we're looking at reports, and you guys know I hate the word trades, you know I hate it. I was getting positive trades like 3-1. So, I mean, am I going to drop a bunch of gold universals into those engineering commanders to maximum? Absolutely not. But it, you know, I don't want to run around their cities, get cheeseburgered all the time. So I think that's my plan from now on, right? We'll just we'll post up behind the cities and range of some of the cities where they're cheeseburgering from, and just hit them with the archer tower. I wonder, do you get range? How do you get range points then? Range points are calculated separately from normal points. The more range damage you deal and the more enemy units killed, severely wounded, the more range points you'll earn. Is range points not a thing anymore? Oh, damn. Okay. Yeah, AG, John Paul Jones, who's got phenomenal infantry gear, he did several Scipio rallies. Did better against cavalry than it did against Gorgo. You know, when we were doing Gorgo, I must have done at least 100, 150 archer rallies in this KvK. Honestly, I was getting sick of it. But when there was a cavalry, you know, Eleanor Heracles, Jan Heracles, hell, Jadwiga Heracles, cavalry wrecks fucking archers. So when there was a cavalry defense, it was generally, okay, JPJ would rally with Scipio, I think he was doing Scipio Tariq, Scipio Lucci. He tried several different ones. Thank God I was getting bored. What's going on, Cliff? They were for a special KvK. Why don't they remove them then if it's not a thing anymore? But if anyone is watching from Wind Camp and you want to do some 6 versus 6 fun, just hit me up here. Whose birthday was it today? I forget. Harlequin, I think, right? Yes, happy birthday, Harlequin. Still waiting to be claimed as your level 3 flux for your birthday present. But yeah, Mad Mania is already starting to get people requesting to come to 1029 after. Hang on, I just forgot something I forgot to tell these guys. Twins are sleeping. Daughter's with her dad. That's some nice peace and quiet time then, Cliff, right? So, any fights going on anywhere? Car, you said you're queuing up for KvK in the next one? Next pop already? Good Lord. 6 kingdoms, 5 kingdoms, 5 kingdoms. So I will say this, right? I do kind of like being a B seed because we've only got 4 kingdoms in our camp. That means we can all fit in the same coalition. And you can always hop out if you need to do a double rally or something. What the hell kind of KvK is this? Look at that. Hang on, give me a second here. I want to change one of these commands. Alright, let's see. Run the car command now. Our resident game developer in charge of the complaint department. One of these days his brain will work and he'll join 1029. Kind of like Galloway's command, right? One of these days he'll wise up and join 1029 and quit Kingdom Hopping. There, now we control him all the time on every live stream he comes to. If Alloys and Car are happy where they're at and they're still having fun, I think they know they have my full support, right? I say it all the time. If you ain't having fun doing what you're doing, don't do it. Life is short. But that doesn't mean we can't keep trolling them to come to 1029. Yeah, these alliance flags that you can convert into arrow towers, they will shoot at a city until the city's wall gets down to 0. Then that city will teleport. You know, the problem with that, and I believe it's still an issue, is once the city teleports, all that player's got to do is go back to Home Kingdom and then come back to the KvK map and his wall is restored to full health. And you can circumvent this too. You can put a whole bunch of farms up front where the tower hits the farms, and then you can still have your big players behind them close to the action. So this looks like potentially the only zone in this KvK with fighting. This other one looks pretty well wrapped up. Even so, there's really, it looks like it's just some cleanup. Yeah, there's another KvK out here, guys, that you're aware of. I don't know why, but the little attack icon does not appear on these anymore. Even when 1029 was fighting hot and heavy, I did not see an attack icon flash up on these maps for me to even look at. What's up, Jen? Okay, so it looks like fire did go ahead and grab that high round there. Which, quite frankly, we weren't going to build all the way over here. These don't stack. It's not like if you get 2 with troop defense at 5%, you get 10% troop defense. So it does look like they have... Oh, man. It does look like they have given up this zone 5 here. Here's my question, though, and we'll put a poll up. You know, we agreed at the start of KvK to go by DKP at the end if Earth and Fire should be fortunate enough to win Kingsland. Okay, so we will not betray allies. Okay, I will say that right now. The question I am getting asked from many players in my kingdom is the one that I put in chat. Now again, we agreed to whoever has the most DKP at the end is going to get the zig. Totally understand that. There were no stipulations in that agreement at all about winning zones or anything. So I just kind of want to get a sense of what you guys say. I'm not saying we're going to do anything unethical, not saying that in any way, shape, or form. I'm just trying to look to future KvKs when those type of agreements are made at the beginning of allies being discussed, if it's something that we need to factor in the future. Zone 5 should not count at all. I believe the zone win should also be taken into consideration. I mean, all of these are fair points, right? DKP is DKP. It does not matter if win or lose. Yeah, and this may be another instance where that agreement comes back to bite us in the ass. You know, we play super aggressive. Does that mean we had an easier opponent or a harder opponent? I can't tell because I don't know their stats. I mean, regardless, let's just say this, right? If we had more DKP going into Kingsland, appreciate the 5 gifted memberships, Aquino. I will say this, right? If we go, if the shoes were reversed, and we go into Kingsland, and we are not handling our shit well, and I'm not saying that this is what's going to happen, and we need Fire to come and help us. We need our allies to come and help us to secure Kingsland for both camps. But we still finish ahead on DKP. And I understand the agreement we have in place, but I would say, hey, we wouldn't have been in Kingsland without you. Now, yeah, Zone 5 doesn't matter. Zone 5 means nothing to getting towards Kingsland. So we'll see. But I mean, at this and again, guys, don't twist my words. Do not put words into my mouth. I'm just talking through this with you all to understand if in future KvKs these are specifics that need to be discussed. What I intend to do in future KvKs is draft a formal document that I have leaders of each kingdom sign that outlines exactly what's needed to get the star at the end. And that's all I'm trying to do, is gain an understanding so that we can do something like that in the future. If you recall, 2 KvKs ago, our allies didn't want us, said, no, we had harder fights than you did. We should get the star in the end. And at the end of KvK, turns out we had the harder fights. We just made it look easy because we dominated our zone, pushed them out quickly. And every KvK is different. I'm not saying this KvK is like that one. Again, don't put words into my mouth. I mean, the hard thing to judge during diplomacy, right, is we know how we're going to fight, but we don't know how our allies are going to fight. Ah, nice cheeseburger. Glad to hear that. Yeah, and that's what's happened. That we've had that before too, Aquino, where kingdoms just would not fight us. And then what? You go straight by DKP, but one kingdom, one camp didn't even get any fights. I mean, we spun the wheel our last KvK because there was one camp in our last KvK, which was King of the Nile. There was one camp, one of our ally camps, that didn't get shit for fights. It's not their fault that the enemy just said, "Oh, fuck it, we're not going to fight." Right? And we, 1029, we've been in that same boat. There was one Nile KvK that we were in where I literally got less than 200,000 kills. Less than 200,000 deads. Because every time 1029 went into the zone, they would leave. You know, we spun the wheel in that KvK as well. We ended up getting a star in that one. Last KvK, we weren't so lucky. Yeah, I can bring him up again. Takes a few minutes for them. Takes a minute or so for them to load. Here we go. Oops, wrong button. Desktop, there it is. Yeah, I mean, Fire has had some great fights. Earth has had some great fights as well. Two completely different fighting styles. Fire has been a lot of rallies. Earth, it's just been rally and swarm, rally and swarm. And this again, right? Just look at the deads. This shows, again, what I've been saying for 2 years. If you have to rally a flag 6 times to take it down, you're going to end up getting more deads than if you just swarmed the damn thing in the first place. So yeah, right now fire's ahead of us on DKP, although they lost their zone, we won ours. You know, water, nothing against water. Water seems to be very good opponents, very organized. I don't know how you expect me to look at every fucking chat while I'm doing this. I don't even know who's talking in that screenshot, Matt. I'm going to have to look at it later. So we just had this scan done about 2 hours ago. After Fire informed me that they were backing out of Zone 5. No, Kingdom, we're not top. We're top for kill points as far as Kingdoms go. But DKP, again, DKP is calculated with a dead being 5 points, a T5 kill being 2 points, a T4 kill being 1 point. Yeah, we're second. Our Kingdom is second in DKP. These are the numbers we agreed to at the start, so I have them up here in the drop-down menus. Now let's just say we did 3 points for a T5 kill. Okay, it changes a little bit, not much. Let's change this to more what I'm used to. 10 for a dead, 5 for a T5 kill, and we'll say 2 for a T4 kill. Right? I mean, that brings us a little closer, but regardless, what we agreed to at the beginning was 5 points for a dead troop, 2 points for a T5 kill, and 1 point for a T4 kill. I believe they would. I believe they would. But I don't want us, and I'm not saying anyone in this KvK did this, right? If I catch anyone in 1029 trying to manipulate their kill points, their deads, just for DKP, they're going to have hell to pay. We don't do that here. We fight for objectives. We don't take rallies unnecessarily. I'm not saying anyone in this KvK did this, right? I was focused on Earth Camp. I was not watching what other people were doing. But I mean, hats off to our Kingdom. I mean, Coco Boy, second place, Sir Wolfie third, Lambo fourth, Echo 5th. 4 out of the top 5 are in DKP are 1029. 5 out of the top 10 are 1029. 6 out of the top 12, 7 out of the top 14, 8 out of the top 16. I mean, we're doing our damnedest. But yeah, I mean, we still got past 7. We still got Kingsland to go. Those are numbers that can easily be made up. Easily. You know, and again, the vote was not specific to this KvK. I'm just trying to understand how to write a contract in future KvKs if this one comes back to bite us in the ass. I mean, Fire's been fighting their asses off. They've been doing a shit ton of rallies, defending a shit ton of flags. Not going to say they haven't. We agreed to DKP up front if Fire and Earth are fortunate enough to win Kingsland. We made that agreement up front. I believe our leadership team has every intention of honoring that agreement. Now, if we start calling for help from them in this zone here, if we need help from them in Kingsland here, and we end with more DKP, I would not feel right in taking the zig. So we'll see what happens in the subsequent zones. What's going on, Soup? I'm doing well. Yourself? That's not how we fight, Aquino. That's not how we fight. That's not how we fight. That's not how we have fun. We fight for objectives. We don't fight for DKP. That's not how we have fun. That's not how 1029 was built. Not what we do. Jin says we're gonna invade Fire in Zone 6 and come to you guys. Don't worry. All right. I love it. I love it. I love it. Jin, you're in water camp, right? Because you were sending me reports the other day. Was there one kingdom in water camp that was doing a recovery KvK? Can you verify this for me? Yeah, AG, sometimes aggressiveness bites you in the ass, right? That's happened to us before too. You know, and we'll just like use this Kingsland, right? Where if we invade this zone and block off wind from even getting into Kingsland, and water gets into Kingsland, goes straight for Fire. You know, this Kingsland is small, so we can build there very quickly, but you know. So I've seen that. 15 LF is in recovery and had a fixed MG, so they didn't fight at all Friday and Saturday. And now, if now I hear Jin, now I hear they say, oh hey, we're gonna be there, we're gonna be fighting at past 7. I hope so. I'm looking forward to fighting you guys. We want to face the toughest camp in the KvK. You know, Win was no pushover. I'm gonna be honest here. Win was no pushover. I mean, they had flags, and I think Apo. I logged off, or I shut down my stream before we rallied it. But I sent Apo coordinates, and he showed a rally that we did on a garrison that they had, where they had 9 million reserve troops in the garrison. So, I mean, Win was no pushover. We might make it look easy because we have thumps his own chest. One of the best archer rallies in the game. I'm sure there are better, but this is one of the best. It's right up there. Yeah, honestly, I don't care about the star. I don't care about the star. And the way the Autrix are split up now, let's just see it. Pretty sure it's more of an equitable Autric distribution starting in this KvK. Info? No, where do I find that? I thought it was here somewhere on the Zig. So, I mean, Autric points, I'm 14th. I didn't fight at all Saturday. Well, a little bit in the morning. Deads, I'm first. Heal points, I'm 34th. So, 14th in kill points, 34th in heal points. I'll take that. Where do I see the Autric split, though, guys? I'm just, individual stuff. Thus far, we still got honor to do. Ugh. Ooh, I get a coin at 50,000 honor. We might push that this stream. Spend 75 million crystals. Oh, we are... Wait, do we get a fragment for 10 million kills? Plus, if we're top 10, do we get another fragment? But yeah, we hit our 30 million kills about... Well, technically it was 20 hours into the fight, but that's with a 4-hour nap in there, so I'm calling it 16 hours. 3.3 million deads. I gotta kill some infantry. I'm killing my fucking archers and cavalry. I just swarmed too many rallies. What's up, Forza? Guys, if you don't know who Forza is, you're living under a rock. He is a monster fighter from 2049. Just started streaming on YouTube, what, 2 months ago? If you're top 10, you get an Autric. Okay, so even if we lose and I finish top 10, I get an Autric. And then we don't, then if we win though and I finish top 10, I get an Autric. I don't get a second one. I would not want a second one. Yeah, I don't know how that works. I don't know how that works. If you get 2 then. I may have done something stupid though, guys. You can tell me. So this KvK so far, we have gotten 2 Ring of Doom. We've gotten 1 Ancestral Mask Ancestral Mask. And you can shoot me later, but we got one Plume Blueprint. I just wanted the chest. I wanted the $4.99 chest that comes with it. You can get daggers elsewhere. I'm not interested in any more coins or webs or vengeance. I believe I still have another Horn of Fury blueprint in my pocket somewhere. And quite honestly, I'm not gonna have materials to do everything that I want to do. So I figured, hell, let's just get that, and we'll get the $4.99 bundle that comes with it. So 50,000, we get a coin, huh? I will say William Wallace, LC, as a single infantry march, it was probably my second best march in open field fighting. Behind ZL Herman. I mean, right? I've got so many other blueprints. I mean, I want to make this, I want to make this, I want to make this. Well, I'm going to use this to level it up. I mean, we've already got 2 more horns. We've got 3 more drums. We've got 2 rings. I didn't see... Oh, and I missed that chain. Hello. I didn't see any reason to get another horn at the present time. Hi, Shelby. BT Cyborg is coming to 2049? Or is he already in 2049? I'm confused. You guys are having your own little separate conversation here. Confusing the old man. I'm always excited for football season. Packers play at 7 o'clock tonight, so that's kind of why we're doing an earlier stream today. Broncos are my favorite AFC team. You know, back in the 80s, 90s, John Elway, I loved watching the Broncos. And I got family out in Colorado. I have cousins that live in Denver, friends that live in Grand Junction, cousins that live in West Pueblo, cousins that live in the Rocky Ford, La Junta area. Tonight it's Broncos Packers. I think it's in Denver. Where are the highest level barbs? They're by this sanctuary, aren't they? 50s and 49s. I never got into college football, Soup. What's up, Mr. Schmuck? I was on King Schmuck's stream earlier today. He gave me a shout out, so here's the kindness right back. If you are not already subscribed to King Schmuck, head on over there. Give him a subscription, won't you? Yeah, never got into college football. Back when I was growing up, the Wisconsin Badgers were absolute garbage. So were the Packers, right? But the Packers were on TV at least every Sunday. But the Badgers, come on. Badgers were never on TV because they were garbage. But we would still go, it was local, so we would go to one or two Badger games every year. The only team they seemed to be able to beat back in the late 70s, early 80s was the Wildcats, Northwestern. And, I mean, you could easily get tickets. And then Barry Alvarez came, and they turned into a good team, and it was impossible to get tickets. Everybody just jumped on the bandwagon. So I did not want to be a Badgers fan and be considered a bandwagon jumper. The thing about the Packers is they have sold out every game since the late 60s, I think. So I've always been a Packers fan. It's like everybody now is a Detroit Lions fan. Where were they 6, 8, 10 years ago? They all had bags over their heads sitting in the fucking stadium. Like when the Saints started winning games, right? Everybody jumped on the Saints bandwagon, whereas 10 years prior, everybody in the stadium wore paper bags over their damn heads, right? So, I mean, I respect any fan out there as long as they've been a lifelong fan. If you start jumping bandwagon, then yeah, get out of here. Get out of here. Yeah, they have not made the Broncos, Cliff, have not made some excellent personnel choices, if you ask me. I think they need to draft and develop a young quarterback rather than trying to go out there and get quarterbacks from other teams who don't necessarily fit the scheme. And hiring the Packers offensive coordinator just to try and lure Rodgers there, that didn't work out too well for him. That set him back. That set him back a period of time. Oh, there are some diehard Lions fans. Absolutely, 100% Shelby. 100% Shelby. There are also a bunch that just recently came out of the woodwork. It used to be easy for me as a Packers fan to get a ticket to go watch the Packers play in Detroit. Now it's virtually impossible. Unless I'm willing to pay crazy scalper prices. Yeah, the Lions arguably, well, in my opinion, the Lions had the best running back ever to play this game in Barry Sanders. And one of the top 5 wide receivers ever to play this game in Calvin Johnson. It's 7 p.m. Central Time, so that'd be 6 Mountain Time if you live in Colorado. At least that's what Google told me yesterday. If I'm missing a Packers game, I will have to kill myself. I'm kidding, of course, but... Yeah, 8 p.m. Eastern then. But no, I mean, I always liked watching the Broncos when Elway was their quarterback. You know, when the Packers beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl, of course, it was one of the best days of my life. Then to see my 2 favorite teams the following year in the Super Bowl, Packers-Broncos, knowing that it could quite possibly be Elway's last shot at getting a Super Bowl, I was heartbroken. I wanted the Packers to win, of course, because they're my team, right? But it wasn't that disappointing knowing that they had just won it the prior year to see Elway bring home a championship. Packers' first team offense wasn't out there for more than 3 plays. They scored a touchdown. I think it was a 63-yard touchdown pass on 3rd and 8 or something. So it's hard to judge based on one series of plays, but I think the fact that the team is very young and they are all growing together in that offense, I think there are special things ahead. What I'm always most worried about is the defense. Especially changing defensive coordinators this year, going from a 3-4 to a 4-3. The new coordinator says he's going to be highly aggressive, but they all say that. I want to see them be able to man up with Jair Alexander on the best wide receiver the other team has. And, man on half the field, play zone on the other half if you have to. But if you can, because Jair can shut down most anyone. I mean, Justin Jefferson's worst games were against Jair Alexander. Jordan Love, I think he's a gamer. Absolutely. Snow Goose. We were talking about you earlier, Snow Goose, and what a crazy man you are. All the hours that you stayed up and time that you sacrificed in Zone 5. Much appreciated by me, much appreciated by the rest of the leadership here in 1029. We're absolutely ecstatic that you joined us here. And yeah, if y'all got a membership, please thank Snow Goose. Pop that Snow Goose emoji in chat as well if you are a member. Snow Goose is always here. He's always supporting, and he's a player in 1029 with the outstanding garrison. I mean, when we make the call out on Discord for somebody to garrison, he's the first one to volunteer, and is greatly appreciated because everyone knows I hate garrisoning. But so the first day, passes opened at 15 UTC, so that was like 10 a.m. my time. I was up until midnight my time. No, I'm sorry. I was up until 8:30, 9 o'clock my time fighting. Then I took a 4-hour nap. I woke up at midnight. And from midnight to 8 a.m., so for 8 hours straight, rally, burn a flag, port somewhere else, rally, burn a flag, port somewhere else, rally, burn a flag, 8 hours straight. That got exhausting. Snooze, snooze, goose. I think he did take a couple power naps while on Discord, but hey, his garrison was in the flag. He all good, all good. And I understand, people, I'm not being efficient with my AP here, but I don't have the patience to barb chain. Rookie numbers. I mean, God bless Mad Mania for running the night shift. I just remember, I'm going to stay online for 2 days straight. Half hour later, okay, guys, I'm going to jump off and get some sleep in. But yeah, I mean, 20 hours is 20 hours regardless. I couldn't do that. I don't think I'd even try and do that. I'd be, why? Oh. Walked away from that bar a little too early. Please don't steal Clarion's call from us. I need it for the... Dude, I'm just pushing on her. If there's an event running, how many times have I ever gotten top in Clarion's call, or what's the other one? I don't do this for rewards. For Christ's sake, I'm pushing on and on and getting bitched at for it. Strategic reserves, yeah, that's it. I never push in those events. Always stealing free-to-play event. Oh, whatever. Whatever. Race against time, I'll do it once. If people beat me in it, I don't care. We need to go back and look at the stats and see what your stats were so far this KvK Swizz. Maybe we have a separate discussion here. I remember what happened the last time Car was king. Oh no. There's a story here that I want to hear. Well, I can say whatever I want about your stats, Swizz. I can say whatever I want about your stats. Doesn't mean it's right or wrong. You should know by now, just because you asked me not to take first in Clarion Call, I think I'm going to make sure I finish just ahead of you. Got betrayed? Oh no. So Peyton, I believe it was Peyton, was in chat the other day, and Peyton suggested something that I sent to the Rise of Kingdoms content creators, right? You know how we have in Sunset Canyon, not Sunset Canyon, sorry, in Ark of Osiris, we've got a reputation system. So they have a foundation for this already. Why not have a reputation system for kingdoms? Right? So at the end of every KvK, maybe your allies, your opponents, give you a ranking and have the ability, the king has the ability to leave comments. You know, how was this kingdom's behavior in KvK? Did they betray? Did they break their word? And each kingdom then gets a reputation score from KvKs. Recognize Shadow. I know Shadow Moon in my kingdom. But if kingdoms were given a reputation score, allies reputation score, how did they do as allies? Enemy reputation score, how were they as an enemy? That might be a baseline for kingdoms allying with other kingdoms in the future. Knowing if you're getting into a KvK and allies in another camp have a history of betrayals, or they're toxic fuckers in Lost Kingdom chat, or, you know, whatever the case may be. Shadow from Apo's stream. I'm sure I do. Is he the one that betrayed y'all? He or she? See, Mad Mania is better with names than me. That's why he's recruiting now. I haven't said this yet, this stream, right? But if you're new here, if you're watching for the first time, even if you're not new here, smash that like button. Make sure you're subscribed. I was recently informed by YouTube that 33% of the people watching my videos and live streams are not subscribed to the channel, which kind of boggles my mind. It's 100% free. Costs you absolutely nothing. Don't think it would matter much because of how much people value rewards. Now kingdoms stack allies just to win, and they get upset when they don't know who gets more rewards. I mean, that's one of the reasons I kind of want to draft up a contract of sorts for going into KvKs and allying with kingdoms, so that there's a firm agreement in writing in the first place as to who gets what at the end. See, and unless the camp that we are allied with completely betrayed us, I don't think I would ever condone allying with an enemy kingdom, per se. I mean, trust me, we have had kingdoms come to us that we have beaten. Like, well, not in this KvK. I'm not saying this has happened in this KvK, because it hasn't. You know, like, we bounced Win Camp pretty good. They some great fights with them, but we bounced them pretty good. You know, we have had kingdoms in the past come to us and say, oh, we think you deserve this and you deserve that, and, you know, we want to help you get the rewards that you deserve, so we'll help you fight against these other two camps if you just include us in the, you know, first occupation or whatever. Enemy kingdoms have come to us before and tried to do that. It's like, no, sorry, that's not something we're interested in. What happens when we get matched with a kingdom that betrayed us? If it's in the same camp, we'll fight them. I mean, there are a few kingdoms that if they end up in the same camp as us, because you can only whitelist one kingdom from being in the same camp as you, I'd rather fight them and teach them a fucking lesson than get any rewards in KvK. Where are we sitting for likes here, guys? Have you done me justice today? 46. 4 more, we hit 50. I think that's achievable. Don't worry, Swizz. I'm almost at 50,000 honor. I will stop then, so you can get your Clarion Call rewards. If I'm at 50,000 honor and we have got a significant, I shouldn't even need to push barbs anymore, right? Because we are going to have where is it? Ruins and altar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. At least 20 more ruins. And 8 altars. After I hit 50,000, I really should just make sure I'm at the ruins and the altars, and I'll get the 100,000. I be clapping cheeks, clap. I don't know what to make of that, but okay. If it's OP, certainly Gosu. I intend to get both Archer Commanders very soon after they come out as well. If we were in opposite camps, sure, Car. Now if we were both in the same kingdom. I mean, I had one guy earlier asked me to, oh, will you 1v1 me? It's like a 40 million power player. And I'm like, dude, why? Oh, please 1v1 me. You're much more powerful than I am. You'll win easy. I'm like, exactly. So why bother? I'm sure you'd crush me, Car. You have a much better understanding of this game at the analytical level than I do. I just want a good enemy to finally hit my 250 million plus kill goal. Good God, man. Is that an achievement or something, or just a personal goal? Gosu, I'm going to admit this to you, right? I did find value in running an engineering march this KvK. We had the 5515 Margaret and the 5514 Gonzalo posting up on the border of the territory to hit enemies that were popping out of cities and cheeseburgering players. It was about the best use I found in this level KvK for a Archer Tower march. Oh, I'm not saying it wouldn't be fun, but I think you would crush me. $5 billion kill points in a key? Yeah, that'd be insane. I'll never do that in the seeds I play in at the moment. Oh, okay. Did we get it? Did we get it? Yeah, there's 50,000 honor points there. There's a coin there. Outstanding. There's some goldies there. Love it. Love it. Okay. All right, Swizz. All right, Swizz. After these barbs. Clearing call is all yours. So yeah, like say these guys were our enemies. right? And they had a bunch of cities in here, and they were just cheeseburgering, and a lot of my teammates were running around in here, just to get kill points from those cheeseburgering players. You know, I would post up maybe a archer tower like right here somewhere. I'd put all my other 5 marches in front of it though, in case they came to attack it. But it was quite funny. They'd all start scouting my archer tower, probably getting 3-to-1 trades. Alright, so we accomplished 50,000 honor points. Look at this, I'm even slow healing now. Sure, the first one was, yeah, I used speed ups there, but slow heal, start to conserve as much as we can. I don't feel like I need to hit barbs anymore because we'll hit 100,000 easy just by doing runes and altars. I think we're set. See what else is going on out there in the YouTube world. See if we can get you over to anyone who is streaming. I see Mad Achilles and I see Doom King streaming. I think Mad Achilles is in KvK, right? 3308, 3310. Who will win his first season of Conquest? So we're gonna save this. We're going to call it a day. Thank you all for jumping on today. Appreciate each and every one of you. And we'll see you tomorrow evening, afternoon. Again. For now, we're going to get you over to Man Achilles. Be sure and do a hashtag Lambo raid when you get there so he knows where you came from. If you haven't done so yet, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button on your way out the door. Y'all have a blessed day. And we'll see you on the next one.